Hello, I am Parrot, and for the first official Traditional Tuesday, we will be going back in time as far as last December and taking a look at some drawings that I've struggled with, leading up to one of the best pencil drawings that I believe I have ever made. This video focuses on pencil drawings, however the following message applies to all art, including digital. The only reason I'm not showing my failed digital art in this video is because I deleted them in frustration. I feel like it's really important as an artist to look back and see how much you've improved. Furthermore, I believe that you should acknowledge that every painting, drawing, and doodle is a stepping stone for getting you where you want to go, no matter how small. I personally struggle with perfectionism and often prematurely give up on drawings that looking back now were going fine, just because I was having doubts about it. Ripping it from my sketchbook and scribbling over it in frustration, only to see it the next day and regret it. The majority of drawings in this video followed the same fate, with me giving up on them because I doubted my ability to complete them, without even trying to. The only reason I still have footage of them is because they were forgotten on my camera roll. But now I have grown a tad wiser and can understand that despite not quote-unquote achieving anything great with these drawings, just by doing them did I improve. And they did help, and without them my skill level would be so much lower than it is today. Take this lioness drawing for example. At the time I thought it was a disaster, and was unable to push through my doubts. I thought that I wouldn't be able to draw the body good enough, and so I just didn't. Looking back now, I can see that this drawing, being so close up, made me pay attention to how the fur wraps around the planes of the face. While I was so focused and stressing over the colours, I didn't realise that I was improving my ability to draw form. Now, the faces of animals is my strongest area in my art, and I can't help but wonder how much better I would be at drawing bodies if I only finished this drawing. The next two drawings follow the same pattern, with me ultimately giving up on ideas that I was afraid I couldn't execute. I tried to avoid this by trying something new for the first one and by deciding to loosely scribble on the second. To avoid myself talking in circles, I will leave you for a couple minutes with the time lapses. Fed up with my colour pencil drawings, I decided to turn to chalk and charcoal. Since the materials are soft, I could easily blend out areas that looked a little off and add another layer over the top. Also, since it was black and white, I could focus on the light and shadow instead of getting caught up with the colours. I chose a leopard kitten because if you can't tell, it's one of my favourite animals. And that helped to motivate me to keep drawing. It wasn't perfect, but it did put me on the path back to enjoying drawing again. was gifted a small sketchbook by my family and carried it around with me, sketching small graphite drawings whenever I had some spare time. I aimed for the best quality of drawing in the shortest amount of time, trying to get used to not rubbing parts out. Eventually I made it so I could create the look of fur in the least amount of layers. The main thing I got from this was that a drawing is a drawing, not a photo, so don't get upset when it's not photorealistic and instead lean into all those little quirks that make drawings so amazing. Now, onto the drawing we've all been waiting for. During this time, birds rose as one of my main special interests, and I saw a really pretty picture of a kingfisher. This time while drawing, I wasn't obsessed with getting everything exactly like the picture. Instead, I wanted to draw how I see the animal. I added every subtle colour, and with every line the image emerged. I used hatching to create the look of feathers, and instead of trying to hide and smooth out the pencil strokes, I exaggerated them, making them clear. And by playing into my strengths, I created a drawing with a sense of life that I had rarely done before. How has your art journey been going? Is there anything that you've been struggling with, or anything that you're really proud of? That's all from me today. Sweet dreams, and make sure to chase them.